because your first event that we're kicking off on is the 2-day event, Just Breathe, that we're going to be having down in Kings Cliff.
Beautiful.
And it's a bit of mine because it requires letting go of a lot and then finding a lot. And so I wanted to ask you, with going through the 2-day event, going through, you know, Zen and the art of breathing, Chinese medical breathing, going through clearing birth traumas and spiritual breathing, and then going into day 2, we go into repatterning the mind and body and living vivation. Uh, can you give me like a brief overview on what somebody would get, like the big, like a bang for your buck that you've seen people get out of a weekend like this?
Right. There are certain fundamentals in every breathing school, ancient schools, Taoist, Confucius, Buddhist, martial arts, the yoga tradition, pranayama, Zen, all of the ancient spiritual traditions who touch upon the breath are tapping certain fundamentals, bringing together certain fundamentals. And when you learn those fundamentals, you can recognize them in all those schools. You go, wow, look at that. Right. Here it is showing up here under a different package, explained with different theories. But when you look at the basic practices, there are just a small collection of very fundamental practices that when you learn them, you have the code and you can make sense out of all the other miscellaneous breathing schools and styles and traditions and methods. So to be armed with those basic fundamentals is so empowering. So this weekend is about coming at breath work from, 6, 8 different traditions, schools, styles, models, methods, so that people within you is awakened these fundamental convergences or combinings or whatever you want to call them. And if you hear it in enough different ways and you practice it from enough different angles, something in you clicks. You get something that cannot be taught, but it can be learned. Very much like balance. You cannot teach another person balance, but anyone can learn balance. You just have to put them through a few things often enough so that it awakens their ability to find balance. So that's what this weekend is about. It's about coming at breath work from these different ancient styles and modern approaches so that something in you clicks about what all these things have in common. You make them yours, and then maybe you come out of the weekend able to create your own style just for you. And if it only works for you, who cares if it doesn't work for anybody else? But if it works for you, there's a pretty damn good chance it's going to work for a whole lot of other people. And so it's the difference between getting something that you read in a book and having an experience that allows it to wake up inside of you. And so we just make sure at that weekend that we come at it from enough different angles that you get it. And when you got it, you got it. And you never lose it. And it's something you can share and build on. So I love that. I love the Just Breathe weekend for that reason.